Kylian Mbappe's start at Real Madrid has been intense, but not in the way fans expected. That confidence seemed to be part of what Real Madrid was buying into. But for anyone who watched El Clasico, it was clear that something wasn't clicking. Yes, he had that first big moment, slipping past the defense, lifting the ball over the keeper, and marking his first Clasico with a goal. But the game's biggest surprise, Mbappe was caught offside a staggering 8 times. Not even Alvaro Morata, famous for getting caught offside, has racked up numbers like that. This all raises one big question. Just how bad is Kylian Mbappé at Real Madrid? For years, he was seen as the ultimate prize, with Real Madrid chasing him through multiple transfer windows. When he finally signed last summer, the vision was clear. Mbappé was meant to form an unstoppable attack alongside Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo, taking Madrid's offense to a new level. But reality hasn't lined up with that vision. Instead of dominating, both Mbappé and Madrid are struggling, and El Clasico seemed to spotlight those struggles even more. That's not to say it's all been bad. Mbappé has had some bright moments, like his stunning goal against Getafe and a solid debut performance in the UEFA Super Cup. But these moments have been few and far between, casting a shadow over his start. Comparing his current numbers with his last season at PSG is eye-opening. At PSG, Mbappé was a force, finishing the 2023-24 season tied as Europe's top scorer with 52 goals. Numbers like that led Madrid fans to expect he'd arrive ready to dominate. But his impact has been far from immediate, and those expectations feel far from reality. After his first 3 league games with Real Madrid, against Mallorca, Real Valladolid, and UD Las Palmas, the cracks began to show. Madrid scored just 5 goals across those games, winning only 1 with no significant contribution from Mbappé. These weren't top-tier teams either. These were matches where fans expected Mbappé to shine, yet he didn't manage to find the net. Then came a short streak. He scored 5 goals in his next 4 games. But even here, there was a catch. 3 of those goals came from penalty kicks. In open play, Mbappé was still struggling to deliver. So what's holding him back? For one, Madrid's tactical setup doesn't fully play to his strengths. Real Madrid was so focused on signing Mbappé, they didn't plan where he'd fit best on the field. Mbappe's preferred spot is on the left wing, where he thrived at PSG. But at Madrid, that spot is firmly held by Vinicius Jr., who's been a star under Ancelotti's system since 2021. Forced into a central role, Mbappe's effectiveness is diminished. Mbappé is also not a typical number 9. He's fast, but he's not as skilled at timing his runs to avoid offsides, something showcased by his 8 offside calls in El Clasico. Players like Erling Haaland excel at staying onside and timing their moves, but Mbappé relies more on his speed and dribbling, a style that Madrid's system doesn't fully accommodate. In contrast to Karim Benzema, who is a master of hold-up play, Mbappé struggles to physically dominate in the box and link up with teammates. Another factor impacting Mbappe's fit is Madrid's tactical adjustment to accommodate him. Jude Bellingham, who scored frequently in a more advanced role last season, has been pushed further back to make room, weakening his impact in attack. Last season, Madrid's dynamic, diamond-shaped midfield and forward setup allowed Bellingham to thrive, but with Mbappé in a more central role, that fluidity has suffered. While Mbappé was expected to be Madrid's main attraction, Vinicius Jr. has continued to be their most reliable attacking force. Some speculate Vinicius is playing the point to prove. Just before he broke through in 2021, there were even reports that Madrid had considered including him in a swap deal for Mbappé with PSG. Now, Madrid's attack often flows through Vinicius and Rodrigo on the wings, with Mbappé in the middle struggling to keep pace. Is all the blame on Mbappé? Hardly. He's only been with the team a few months, and adjusting takes time, especially when transitioning from Ligue 1 to La Liga. But Mbappe's path to success is also a burden. Fans expect immediate results from a player with his track record, magnifying each misstep. He's not only under scrutiny at Madrid, his form has been inconsistent even for France. He recently captained a 3-1 loss to Italy and made headlines by sitting out certain international fixtures, reportedly choosing to prioritize big games to boost his Ballon d'Or prospects. Looking at the stats, Mbappe's current season at Madrid is one of his lowest in terms of expected goals per 90 minutes since joining PSG back in 2017-18. His shot output remains high, with 29 total shots this season and a 99th percentile ranking, yet his shot conversion rate is low, 20.69% compared to Robert Lewandowski's 38.89%, indicating a drop in his clinical edge. So how can Madrid and Mbappé turn things around? It's clear that both need to adjust to one another. Mbappé may have to adapt to a more traditional number 9 role, refining his timing and hold-up play to become a better fit for Madrid's style. His teammates could also benefit from faster passes that align better with his natural game, which relies on quick, well-timed balls to exploit his speed. In the end, it's early to label Mbappe's time at Real Madrid as a failure. Statistically, he's still contributing, but he'll need to recalibrate to reach his PSG-level performance in a more challenging league. The journey to peak form will require not only patience, but a shift in how both Mbappé and Real Madrid's system operate together.